Hey ladies, this is Jamie. Thanks for watching. This video is about when you've given and you've loved and you've just poured everything into this relationship and he still leaves. And you are just left with all of these unanswered questions. Maybe your self-esteem is on the floor. You're wanting closure. You're preoccupied with this. You don't understand. You're hurt. You're frustrated. You feel like you've wasted so much on this guy. I have got a couple of secrets that are going to help you overcome this breakup. Let's face it, breakups hurt. You're absolutely crushed. You're wanting closure. But let me tell you something. This guy is not going to come back around. He's not going to pick you up, and he's not going to give you closure. And if he does come back around, he's going to take more than he took the first time. There are kind of two parts to this secret that I want you to understand. The first one is really a lesson to learn and something to kind of wrap your mind around and maybe give you a paradigm shift. You may feel like you have given so much. You've given your faith, your loyalty, your time, your resources, your intimacy. You've given your youth. You have given so much to this guy for him to just squander it. Never regret giving that much of yourself. I know you may feel like you regret it because I have been there and I have said, I'm just so upset that I wasted so much of my time on this guy and so much of my goodness and my faithfulness to this man. And he didn't value it or he took advantage of it. I know it's easy to say that and it's easy to think that way. But listen, all of those great things that you gave, the great character traits that you had, being this guy's calm, being his peace, being his sounding board, just being his helpmate, all of these things that you gave and gave and gave, and you feel like they have been for nothing. Let me tell you something, they weren't, because you gave that much of yourself because that's who you are. You are that amazing. He didn't leave you because you were so wonderful. He left you because that's who he is. Or he did something really bad to force you to leave him because that's the kind of man he is. Your character was up here, his was down here. He didn't leave you because you were terrific. He only left because he didn't value it, he didn't realize it, and he didn't see it. If you were a worse woman, if you were terrible and crazy and mean and controlling, he would have left then too. So don't ever regret being wonderful, amazing you. You will find a man that appreciates that, loves it, and values it, and will never take you for granted. Here is the second part of this secret that is going to help you with closure. There are very few women like you out there. Now, I'm speaking to you as if you were a high value woman, if you had all these amazing, wonderful traits. Now, if you weren't that high value of a woman, start becoming her now. So let me tell you about a website I have that will help you. The website is called She's Everyday, she'severyday.com. I will link it in the description below. I have a couple of e-courses on there. One is called She's the One, how to be the one he can't live without and how to be the one he regrets losing. The other one is called She Heals, how to not only survive a breakup, but how to thrive in the midst of it. In those e-courses, I talk about being a high value woman. You can look up traits of high value women on the internet and you will find a list of 5, maybe 10 traits. I have a list of 35 because it's easy to adopt 5 or 10 traits. You want to be the best woman out there. You want to be way up here and everybody else is way down here. You want him to look at you maybe now or maybe over time as you develop some of these traits and regret letting you go because he's not going to find someone as amazing as you ever again. So again, if you were a good woman, understand that he will start to see what he's lost. Now, it may take some time, and he may never admit it to you, but you will see him or you will hear about him being with other relationships, and they're never fulfilling it, and he's not happy. And you will hear people say, oh, he's with so-and-so, and he's miserable. Why? Because he's finally realized what he had and he lost. Now, many of these guys, when they realize what they've lost, they come back around. And in fact, my e-courses, and if you do coaching with me, will tell you how to make that happen if that's something that you want. Typically, by the time they come back, you don't want them. But so far, the success rate I've had with my program, 100% of the exes come back around at some point wanting another chance. So if you're interested in that, look up my e-courses and contact me. So let's continue on with this good news of this secret. He is going to begin to search for you in everyone he goes out with, and he will not be able to find you there. He will also look for you where he last left you. Maybe he left you in a pit of despair and you were hurt and you were broken and you were sad and you were crying and you were begging him not to leave. And he's going to go back and want to see you in that state, and you're not going to be there. That's not going to be you, because you're going to improve. You're going to transform yourself. You're going to become this wonderful, amazing person. And he's not going to find her in just everyone. There aren't that many really awesome people out there. A lot of us are just normal and mediocre. A lot of us have some baggage and we have some issues. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you are going to be up here and he is going to want that back. See, if you were a good person and you were the spark and you were the light and you were the joy and you were the laughter and you had passion and you had goals, and you were his peace and his calm, he's going to try to find that again. And not a lot of people have those traits. Maybe you tried to force him to see your worth. Maybe you had a lot of those traits and you tried to tell him how good you were. You can never tell somebody that they should see worth in you. You never win people through argument. You only win through actions. So you just need to say, okay, I respect that you don't want to be with me. I'll go on, I will do my own thing, live my own life, and then you just go out there and you crush it. And he is going to look back and regret that he didn't see your value at the time. He will look for you and a lot of other women, and while he's looking for you, you're going to be leveling up just to this next stage of where you are called to be. He will eventually realize that he didn't just lose you. He lost the whole experience of being with you. He lost the future with you. He lost a lot more, because really great women, I don't want to say can change a man, but sometimes they can inspire a man to be the best that they want to be. Now, those men have to also level up and be willing to learn and say, wow, this woman makes me be really great. And he's not going to just find that anywhere. So he didn't, again, just lose you. He lost the whole experience. He lost the future person that he could have been had he stayed with you. Not every woman is going to draw that goodness out of a man. Now, I'm not telling you to stick in a relationship hoping to change someone, but I do think that high-value men and high-value women, we can inspire other people to greatness, and they want to become a better person because they're around us, and that's what he's going to miss about you. You see, when you start to become this amazing, wonderful version of yourself, the person that I believe God created you to be, when you start to become her, he will realize that he can never be at that level. You've moved on. You've moved up. In essence, you are just really too good for him. You've moved on from him. And he is going to mourn that. Ladies, I want to see you win. I want you to get everything that you came to get from this one wild and crazy life. So hit the like, hit the follow, get one of my e-courses. I promise you they will help you, and this man is going to regret ever letting you go. God bless you guys. I will see you in the next video.